Hello, my name is Susie Martin. I am a member of the Japan Culture Center of Western New York, and one of my favorite spots in Buffalo is the Japanese Garden in Delaware Park. Growing up in North Buffalo, the Japanese Garden was my backyard. When I was little, I would watch my dad go fishing in Mirror Lake next to the Kotoji Lantern. In the 1980s, I graduated with a horticulture diploma from McKinley High School, which is located right across the street from the garden. In order to receive our diplomas, we needed to plant a Japanese yew, a Japanese red maple, and sweep the pathways throughout the garden. In 2015, I was honored to be part of the very first Kanazawa Marathon. I trained every single weekend running through the Japanese garden pathway in preparation for my very first marathon. The Japanese garden has many friends, but one of its longest friendship relationships is with the Buffalo History Museum. The garden is located in its backyard. The building was constructed for the 1901 Pan American Exposition, a World's Fair. For the last 10 years, the museum has provided free admission into the museum during both the Buffalo Annual Cherry Blossom Festival, held in the spring, and every first weekend in November for Bunko no Hi, or Japanese Culture Day. The Friends of the Japanese Garden is a group of Buffalonians that love the garden. They wanted to make sure that it stays beautiful throughout the 4 seasons. Established over 10 years ago by gardeners and volunteers alike, this program is run under the guidance and leadership of the Buffalo Olmsted Park Conservancy. When visitors stroll through the garden, they often use the Jesse Kriegel pathway. This pathway was named after a gentleman who for many years was the principal timpist in the Buffalo Philharmonic Orchestra. In addition to his day job, he was a preservationist, a mountain climber, avid runner who ran over 60 marathons, and he was instrumental in creating the world's first international marathon between 2 countries, starting in Buffalo, New York, and ending in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. This pathway was not original to the Japanese garden, but it allows for many people with disabilities to access the garden in wheelchairs, or parents that have strollers, or bicyclists. They are able to come through the garden at the water level. My favorite spot in the Japanese garden is the dry waterfall. As you're walking down the steps, it leads directly to the 3 islands on Mirror Lake. These islands were recently renovated by gardeners from Kanazawa with help from the Buffalo Olmsted Park Conservancy. I cannot believe how beautiful these islands turned out, and it amazes me how many comments people have been making about how gorgeous they look, and we have not even entered into our spring season. So thank you so much to all of the people that came from Kanazawa to make these islands look wonderful. It is much appreciated by so many people in Buffalo. Because our beautiful Japanese garden is located in a world-famous park system designed by Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux, the same individuals that created New York City Central Park, we get visitors from around the globe. The Japanese garden here in Buffalo is only 33 kilometers away from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. The Japanese garden is the most photographed area in all of the 850 acres of the Buffalo Olmsted Park system. The beautiful Mirror Lake in the Japanese garden is a part of Skagway Creek. The creek will flow through Buffalo down towards Niagara River and will eventually tumble over Niagara Falls. Thank you for joining me today in the garden, one of my favorite spots in Buffalo. If you, your family, or friends are ever traveling through Western New York, Be sure to stop off in the heart of Delaware Park, Buffalo's Japanese garden. I'll probably be there giving a tour talking about one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.